Hi, good morning, and welcome back to our ATEEZ journey together. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. It is very early in the morning where I am, and I thought we'd do a little bit of pre-work ATEEZ today, so I apologize if I have a bit of a morning voice. I thought we could continue with the guide today. We are up to, I believe, San and Mingi. I was originally going to do the guide in 3 parts total and do 4 members in part 3, but I decided to split the guide up into 4 parts total, and so in this part, which is part 3, we'll do 2 members, and then in part 4 we'll do the final 2 members, if that makes sense. Hopefully I explained that okay. The main reason I wanted to do that was so that after I do the final 2 members, I can do sort of like closing thoughts. I had several people suggest I do like final thoughts on the members after I finish the guide. So we're going to do 2 members this time, and then 2 members next time, and after the final 2 in part 4, I'll give like final thoughts and what I really responded to the most out of them and who really grabbed my attention. So that's the plan. I hope that's okay with you. I'm very excited to learn more about San and Mingi today. So without any further ado, let's get started. Who's up first? San's up first. Okay, so San in 3, 2, 1, play. The mountain. I do know that San means mountain, I think, in Korea. Introvert, okay. I didn't expect him to be an introvert. He's just so outspoken on stage, it looks like. I expected him to be an extrovert, but I guess again, he is part of Demon Line, so that might be why he's so extroverted on stage. Oh,
the first thing you should know about Mountain, or San, as some people like to call him, is that he is not human. Just kidding. Maybe. San was the 4th member to join ATEEZ. He came to Seoul on his own all the way from his hometown Namhae. Though he was good at singing, San had to work very hard to improve his skills enough to debut as a lead singer. Now, we can see, all of his hard work did not go to waste, as he has been given titles such as the man who will change the standards of K-pop performance by journalists. At first glance, when watching him perform, the thought that pops into most people's mind is how can anyone perform the way he does? San is renowned for his inexplicable performance expertise. Not only does he move his body in ways that would otherwise break the bones of any normal human being. But it seems that just like having a clear choreography for a song, San also creates his own face choreography. San has said that he thinks deeply about what the song is trying to say and then embodies that. He says that he tries to tell a story with his dancing and facial expressions.
Wow. He's so powerful.
This is extremely evident when he performs ATEEZ's song Inception. He has a look of loss, longing and tragedy on his face and really makes you experience the song with him.
어쩔 수 없이 꿈을 꾸게 되는 자아고 이 친구는 이제 이거를 끌어내려고 하는 자아죠. 그래서 손이 떨리는 거예요.
그러면 이제 그 마지막에 그렇게 탁 해서 하는 그거는
형이 말대로 체이스유 하려는 대상을 잡으러 갔어요. 난 거기서 깬 줄 알았지. 하지만 이것은 정말 인셉션이었던 거라고 본인이 다시 알고
Dream in a dream.
빠지게 되는 거죠. 그렇군. 네.
Wow, he's so detail-oriented.
It seems that he never loses his character in a song and has endless energy. Unsurprisingly, San is the 3rd member of ATEEZ's Demon Line. San's switch when a stage begins is so dramatic that it is very hard not to notice.
Wow. And then he goes back to being
Due to this,
more
one of his
relaxed.
nicknames is actually Satan. It is also worth noting that San's flexibility is in part due to the fact that he is a third-degree black belt in Taekwondo. San's
That's so
natural
cool.
ability to always show some type of expression or emotion on his face, whether he is in the back or in the center, has garnered a lot of attention from fans, experts, sunbenins, and hobeis. It has come to the attention of ATEEZ.
Wow, that was something else. His high level strength and flexibility are impressive. He can be centered in any given performance. Wow.
That many artists in the K-pop industry look up to San because of his unusual and indelible performances. Many younger artists, peers, and some Benins have mentioned San as a source of inspiration when they perform. Watching a San fan cam always holds amazing surprises, and this is something most people have noticed. San's fan cams have been named on the top 100 list of the most viewed male.
I did not expect him to not wear a full shirt. I haven't seen a lot of them, so I don't know what their policy is on like shirtlessness or partial shirtlessness. Though I did see Yosong wear not full shirt several times, so I wasn't sure how much skin they showed. But I saw a picture of him in this outfit on Pinterest, and I thought it was photoshopped because his abs were so perfect. They looked photoshopped, but now I can see that this is a real outfit and this is actually what he wore. And his abs were really out. So now I know. Let's take it back just a little bit. Respectfully. Let's go back respectfully and play.
Watching a San fan cam always holds amazing surprises, and this is something most people have noticed. San's fan cams have been named on the top 100 list of the most viewed male K-pop idol fan cams. Coming in as number 24 for his Studio Kung Fireworks fan cam with over 497,000 views. And number 16 for his Wonderland and Hala Hala fan cams, surpassing 1 million views. San is very critical of himself and always looks for ways to be better and do better. This is why, in his free time, he uses YouTube to review both live stages and his fan cams. He likes to look for mistakes and ways that he can do better next time.
Wow.
One
such
of
a
the most
perfectionist.
shocking things to discover as a new 18 is San's intense duality. He is as affable as he is remarkable. Anyone who knows San knows that he is extremely caring and has a childlike innocent quality to him.
많은 기대 부탁드리고 이렇게 하면 크게 나오나? 헉, 너무 이건 이상하게 나오는데 이렇게 하면 너 이렇게 나오지? 아. 어?
Why is he so cute?
This is why he is often treated like the unofficial Maknae. San is extremely passionate when it comes to sharing all the love he has to give. And he makes sure to extend this enormous amount of love to all his members and every single 18. San loves physical touch, and it is this love language.
I have heard several people talk about how affectionate he is and what an inspiration he is for being really honest about your feelings and telling people that you love them and that you care for them, and how that's really wonderful to see. So I do know that about San, and I really admire that. That's incredible.
He often uses to display his love to members. He is also constantly giving out amazing advice to
I want to be your
18s
comfort.
to encourage us and raise our spirits. So
Oops, sorry, I'm not a very fast pauser, so let's back it up just a little bit.
it is this love language that he often uses to display his love to members. He is also constantly giving out amazing advice to 18s to
You're the most precious one in the world. No one can say otherwise. You may think you're stuck for a while, but it's a mountain that you can go over quickly, which makes it even more fitting since his name is San. Oh.
encourage us and raise our spirit.
Oh. someone has told me that before in the video where I cried for One Day at a Time. Somebody quoted that to me. That is so sweet. Thank you. If you did that, that's incredible.
So we don't give up.
Oh,
And he is, by far, one of the biggest hype men ever. All these qualities are why on April 14, 2021, San was selected to be an ambassador of his hometown Namhae. Though San is very intimidating on stage, he is very much like an endless ball of sunshine and energy. He has so much of it that it often comes out very erratically. Hongjung testified that San was the reason ATEEZ's jumping ban was instituted in their trainee days. According to Jongho, they could be walking outside, and San would randomly begin jumping off invisible walls and try to reach high branches. Most times, Jongho just pretends he does not know him.
연습생 때 생활 규칙이 있었는데 그 규칙 중에 하나가 밖에서 점프 금지. 그러니까 사진 때문에 생활 규칙이었어요.
아마 진짜 뭐 길 걷다가 갑자기 링가르디
괜히 나무 있으면 나무 위에 한번 터치해보고 막 이런
근데 저는 진짜 그거 해가지고
거 아니에요?
이렇게 움츠려서 약간 다른 일인 척하고
Oh, almost forgot.
San also breaks out into song extremely often, but he still hits his notes as effortlessly as water flowing out of a faucet. Most people are often distracted by his performance abilities, but San's vocals are exceptionally impressive. His voice is used in songs for very high falsettos, low tones,
Ooh, that's a big difference. That's a big hair too.
and my personal favorite, raspy and gritty parts.
Ooh.
Lastly, I want to let you know that San has dimples that could make anyone fall in love with just a smile, so it's okay if you already did.
Is it too late now to seem sorry?
좋은 성공인데?
모든 날 짜장면.
Aww. One thing that I really love about San that I've heard a little bit from people talking about him, but what I really got to see in this guide is I love how infectious he is as far as like his energy and his positivity. I really, really love that. And I think that's so hard to find a lot of times in the real world, the people that are so like positive and bubbly and wonderful. So seeing that in him and seeing that he brings that to his members, I admire him so much more now. I mean, I admired him a lot to begin with, but even more now. So, okay, I think Minky is up next. Let's see. I'm ready. The princess. Before I even get started, let me tell you a bit of my expectations. For some reason, I've expected Mingy to be shy and timid, but it says he's an extrovert, so I could be wrong already. But for some reason, I don't have any idea why, but just from the first few times I saw him, I expected him to be really shy and timid. But I've seen on Pinterest a couple of pictures of him shirtless and various other things I've heard about him that makes me think that maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's not shy and timid. I could be very wrong because I don't know these boys as well as I will very soon. So that's just my expectations, but I think I'm wrong. Let's play. That's the picture I saw. Yeah, him in the white outfit. I have a real soft spot for Mingy. Oh my gosh, and that, I saw that in the other guy and it just, wow. Oh.
The very first thing I think of when I
He's
think
so
of
cute.
Mingy is that he is the most adorable person on earth. Looking at him on stage, that must sound very strange, but allow me to explain.
I love his smile so much too.
민기야 날 가져.
죽을 허브벨도 없어요.
마지막으로 모자 귀엽죠? 안경 귀엽죠? 저도 귀엽죠?
At first glance, Mingi does not seem that disparate from the rest of the 99 liners, especially on stage. But Mingi is actually quite shy and reserved. Though he has his own bouts of random shouting and chaotic dancing, especially when he is around the people he loves,
And failure to wear
Mingi
full
often
shirts.
takes a background role when in a group setting.
한 말이야?
어?
너 이번 받았다며?
응. 그랬어.
근데 왜 나한테 전화하고 최사한테 전화? 너네 방 이렇게 했구나.
우리 방도 좋네.
그러니까 왜 나한테 전화하고 최사한테 전화?
사랑 노래 오오오오. 야, 너 오늘 얼굴 상태 좀 그죠?
반응 보면서 티의 그 무게감, 그 중량감이 있을 줄 알았는데 없었어. 네, 저희가 아직까지 두개 시켜 먹은 데에서 없었어요. 밥 좀 해주세요.
This is not to say he isn't the brightest person in the world. His smile lights up any dark room, and when he is happy, all is at peace in the world. Mingi takes friendship quite seriously, puts a lot of effort into it, and can get offended when his feelings aren't reciprocated to the same degree.
또 서운해하는 민기 씨.
또 왜 이걸 왜 소문해 근데?
별 어이가 없네.
아 이게 왜?
와, 너 진짜로.
아니 이걸 왜 소문해하는 거야? 아니
이거
아니 왜?
티는 어쩔 수 없어.
봐봐요. 리스도 같이 찍재.
어.
그러니까 님은 왜 저한테 같이 찍자고 안 하세요?
내가 같이 하자고 아니 팬이랑 에이팅에 약속한 거예요 우영이랑.
그래, 넌 그렇게 해. 나도 이제 너한테 그 정도 안 할게.
그냥 여기서 윤호 씨 반응은? 그건 좀 오해가 있습니다. 네. 민기가 좀 지나치게 질투를 하는 게 경향이 있어요.
질투는 아니야. 질투가 아니라 이거는 이제
서운한 거야?
나는 사람과의 관계를 되게 우선시하는데 너는
Oh.
나 도덕적 의리를
아니,
Abandoned my moral loyalty.
뭐를?
당신과 함께하는 모든 것이
넌 나랑 함께 많이 하잖아.
많이 한다고 너는 지금 익숙함과 소중함을 버리는 거야?
뭔 소리야? 나는 우리 멤버에 다 소중해.
That's so sad.
This happens particularly
cute.
with Yoonho, Mingi's best friend of several years. Mingi and Yoonho, or Yoonji as fans call them, were best friends for 4 years before joining ATEEZ. Minji was the third member to join ATEEZ. Mingi and Yoonho actually auditioned for the company without the other knowing. Another semblance of fate working to bring ATEEZ together. Mingi is known by the group as the one who is afraid of almost everything. It is quite funny to watch, and ATEEZ takes a lot of pleasure in it. Minji is also known to lie to the point of hyperbole. Seriously, he is often claiming things that logically don't make any sense. Like the multiple times he has claimed he has never been afraid in his entire life, and proceeds to jump out of his skin because something scared him. He has also claimed that he has never lost before, even though his track record shows he is terrible at games. Many of the lies Mingi tells tend to catch up to him quite quickly. In the behind-the-scenes video of ATEEZ's song Don't Stop, Mingi told the camera that he has never been cold in his life, then proceeded to shiver because it was cold outside. Mingi's nickname
He's
is
so
Princess,
cute.
and he often bounces around when he is happy. Though in the past he was very frivolous, recently you can see a more mature atmosphere around him. Amusingly, though, Minji is extremely outdated and does not know how to work a lot of things. He is constantly exclaiming about how far the internet has come. Despite all of this, Mingi is actually much smarter and more serious than people give him credit for. He has written amazing raps in practically no time, which is what he did when he wrote his verse for ATEEZ's title track Answer, in a hotel room, a day before they had to record it. Mingi also participates in producing ATEEZ's songs, and just like Hongjun, Mingi stayed longer in Los Angeles after their 2022 world tour to work with and learn from American producers. He writes all of his verses and truly takes the time to express his feelings when he does. Mingi, along with Hongjun, is on the list of the top copyrighted idols. Like
Wow.
Hongjun, Minji
Good for
has a
him.
trademark before his rap.
Big song?
Okay. Back spinning. Your Frickson is back in the town. What's up?
He frequently says the phrase fix on before his verses to indicate to the listener not only that he is about to rap, but that they should focus and fix their attention on him.
Oh, I was wondering why.
I'm sure one of the very first things
like
you
that.
noticed when you listened to an ATEEZ song was the guy with the deep voice. That guy is Mingi. As someone who saw him in person, I can confirm that his voice
Ooh.
truly is deeper than the Grand Canyon.
저는 개인적으로
Mingi also sometimes
love that.
integrates singing into his verses. So much so that many people say that all 8 members of ATEEZ are great vocalists.
Yeah, he has a beautiful singing voice. It's a beautiful song.
Though Mingi is obviously not an official vocalist, this does not stop him from loudly practicing to be the main vocalist of ATEEZ in his free time. Mingi is quite the performer, and his on-stage presence is very intimidating and profound.
Ooh.
He pulls you in as soon as he begins to perform, and it is very hard to take your eyes off of him. His dance skills are incredible, and it is clear even from afar his obvious talent.
Let's take it back. I want to see that again. That was so good. Okay.
Your eyes off of him. His dance skills are
Yes.
incredible, and it is clear even from afar his obvious talent.
This one too. Wow. Body rolls.
Something I wanted to make sure I touched on is the fact that Mingi went on hiatus from November 2020 to September 2021 due to psychological anxiety. Fans missed him immensely, and everyone, especially ATEEZ,
It's so brave of him to be so honest about it too, because that's something that is so hard for people to talk about. But it's so brave of him to be so honest, and I think it gives strength to a lot of other people too, me included.
felt his absence the whole time. Mingi's hiatus is why you won't see him in multiple of ATEEZ's music videos and anything else they participated in.
Oh.
Some examples are the official music video for ATEEZ's title track Fireworks and also the entire Kingdom survival show. But,
Okay.
as is to everyone's relief, Mingi is much better now, and his break really solidified his importance in the lives of every ATEEZ.
Oh.
내가 많이 사랑해. 알겠지?
Okay. Oh. I always love when they decide to do like a really sentimental quote at the end, but then I also love when they go the total other direction, when like Yeosang talking about chicken and now Mingi talking about controlling time. I love the choices that they made in this guide. I really appreciate them. So okay, so today we got to learn about San and Mingi. They were both incredible, and I feel like I learned so much more about them now. Especially San. I didn't realize his personality was so like cute and bubbly and infectious and wonderful. I'd heard about him being an absolute monster on stage and being part of the demon line, but I didn't realize that his personality when he's quieter is so like bubbly and wonderful and infectious. So that makes me really adore him even more. And Mingi, I think everything about Mingi is cute. Even when he's barely wearing a shirt, I still think, oh my gosh, he's so cute. But yeah, I just have a real soft spot for Mingi. I don't know. And his whole story about like struggling with mental health issues and things is something that really resonates with me. So the more I learn about Mingi, the more I just sort of like really, really admire him and think the world of him. I think the world of all 8 of them, to be fair. So it's just they're so different and so wonderful, each of them. So it's such a wonderful surprise and a delight to get to learn about each one of them and find out that I like each of them. That there's not one that I'm kind of like, I don't really respond to his story, but like all of them I really, really enjoy. So that's been a wonderful surprise. Yeah, this is a great way to start my day going off to work. Thankfully, I get to start the day with a little bit of ATEEZ and it puts me in a pretty good mood. So hopefully work goes smoothly today as well. We can all hope for that. ATEEZ hopefully was a bit of a blessing in the morning and then the rest of the day goes well. So thank you for joining me again. I really, really appreciate it. Next time we'll do the final 2 members and then we'll do final thoughts on the guide as well. So this will be part 3 and part 4 will be the last part of this guide. And then we'll start a new guide or a new interview or something after that too. We're going to keep it going because I want to learn more about them behind the scenes as well, because I'm going to keep doing the music videos, but I also want to learn about them as people and their interviews and in behind the scenes and in logbooks. We'll keep it going. We'll pick something else after this guide to watch as well, to split up between several parts. So, and in the meantime, I will continue on with this guide. This is part 3 and part 4 will be up very, very soon. And more music videos are on the way as well. I'm going to alternate guide and music videos for now. So thank you so much for being a part of my ATEEZ voyage. I really, really appreciate it. You've all been so wonderful. Thank you to anybody who's helped me and given me suggestions and anybody who's watched any of my videos. I really, really appreciate you. You're wonderful. It's so much more fun to do this together. So it's been a wonderful voyage so far. And it continues. ATEEZ voyage continues. Thank you for joining me for this part of the guide. I hope you're having a great day so far. And if you're not having a great day, I hope it gets better. And until next time, I will be here, absolutely thinking about ATEEZ. So see you later.